What is good, YouTube? What's going on? Check, testing, check 1 2, checking the mic, checking the sound. Check, 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 check. Okay, sound is good. Going live on whelp.com right now. What is up? What is going on, everybody? What is up? What it do? What it do? Hope everybody's doing well today on this Friday, April 24th, 2026. Hope you, your family, friends, and loved ones have been doing well lately. I know it's been a minute since I've gone live here, but I honestly I think it's due to like just more so just scheduling and me working and coming home being a little too tired to get on here to really do lives. And then on top of that, some games just being some of the time per how some of the games are set up just couldn't go live because the games were already going on. There was nothing really I could really dive into. But we're back with another live stream here, and I'm live over on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. That is at Bet at Your Own Risk. If you're over there watching this, be sure to join us over on whelp.com. Click the link here as I grab the link. Should have grabbed this a second ago. Click this link and join us. We do have a free section of the WAP, but it's best that you subscribe to the full to get everything. But with that, let's dive into today. Like I mentioned in the video from this morning that I pre-recorded last night, pretty much went 1 and 3 per the HRs that I had. So it is what it is. There are a few batters that I kind of feel like can hit home runs today. I might actually take them possibly on a parlay, possibly. But we got to look at this data together. One of my favorite looks is Tavares here, but potential sleeper to potentially go yard, because he did go yard in the last game against Kansas City on the 21st. Again, potential is Rutschman here. He's in a spot to potentially go yard. He's in a spot to potentially get multiple HRRs. He had 5 the last game. He could potentially get 3 or higher today. But the only thing is, against Bello, he only has 2 hits out of the 15 at-bats that he's faced off against him. 76 pitches thrown to him. Very bad batting average, slugging, and ISO against him. The only 2 hits is a single and a 2-bag or a double. But again, when it's pertaining to Rutschman and his stats, and the other thing, because Prop Finder looks a little bit different, right, from the last time I used it, they decided to do a nice update here per the site. So thank them, and I highly recommend that you do get Prop Finder. It is a paid subscription, but it's literally mostly all my MLB picks, some of my more recent NBA picks. Some of them have cashed in a great way because of this site. Here they decided to add stuff per this site here. Look what they did. They take Bello. They show you that per Rutschman, who's a switch hitter, he can technically face off against Bello from the left of the plate. Look at this. 333, there goes that number. I see it all the time. He struggles mightily against left-handed batters. And when you look over here, they gave you info on Bello allowing home run to fly ball percentage. Look at this, 25% to left-handed batters. So you figure Gunnar has a chance to go yard today because he's a lefty. Basello, Beavers, and again, like I said, Rutschman, who's a switch hitter, and Tavares. All these guys can bat from the left-handed plate, who I just mentioned. But again, Rutschman, when you look at his stuff, this is what it says for him. Specifically, when you look at over here, or apologies, what am I looking at? Is it the pitches? Yeah, it's the pitches, right? So obviously this hasn't changed. Look at how green Bello is. He's struggling to throw his pitch mix, and Rushman is smacking the sinker, the cutter, the changeup, the curveball. He is having success against the pitch mix. He is also too. They've attached the barrel, the hard hit, the pull barrel percentage, pull air percentage, all of this fly ball percentage. They added this over here along with the pitch mix, and you're seeing what the batter is having more success with. He's having more success against the four seam, even though he's struggling. He is having hard hit against that four seam, right? The pull percentage, all of that. So his best success as far as the pull air percentage is 100%. That's against the cutter. So potential for him to go yard again back to back. If you want to take him, he's a plus 760 for him to hit this home run. So I would highly recommend potentially taking this dude for a home run today. Me personally, automatically, y'all know, I would take him for 2 HRR and definitely 3, and maybe push for 4 on a straight bet. If I'm feeling froggy, I want to leap to take him for 5. I would take him. So, and then of course you got to look at his splits. He's super green at home. Look, dark green at night, green in the month, green on Fridays, and green versus righties. And look at this. He got the data. He's batting third. He's green at third. So, and he had versus right-handed pitchers in the month of this month, he's had 3 doubles. So if you feel like he can get a double, it is a plus, because I just looked at it too, just before I stream. It's a plus 392 for him to get a double if he potentially could do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have a plethora of ways to look at all of this data here on Prop Finder to give you the best advantage. So I would potentially take him definitely for 2 HRR, and I'm again possibly maybe take him for a back-to-back home run today, in the midst of him potentially maybe not getting a homer but still getting multiple HRRs. Let me see. Like I mentioned in the video, Tavares, he's in a spot. He to me is the best batter on the block. Why? Because he is 3-0 against Bello. 3 for 3. All 3 hits were singles, but still positive, right? He's hitting right-handed pitchers. He's hitting the sinker and the cutter and the curveball. He's having success against those 3, more success against the curveball. And then his barrel is 40%, so he's pushing the ball up. He's hitting at home at night, in the month, on the day, versus righties, and he's technically having success batting average wise, batting 7. So that's why I took him for 3 HRR, and I'm probably going to take him for 4 as well, probably on a straight bet. So plus 460. There goes my favorite number, 46. So plus 469 for him to get 4 HRR. He had 4 last game. Kind of feel like he'll do it again today. Let me see. So, and then again over here, Tavares is looking the best on the board, right? Per the data here, he's looking the best. Pete is looking like the second best. So Pete could potentially go yard today. He went yard last game. He's 0-2 against Bello. That's not enough data though. He only had 8 pitches thrown his way. But he's hitting the sinker, the cutter, and the sweeper. He's having success against against all 3. He's actually having success against the 4 seam in the midst of him struggling, right? Against it. Oh, also too, I forgot to mention this too. Prop Finder added the zone. They're giving you data for where the batter and the pitchers are when it's pertaining to their strength, the average, and the weakness per the color correlation. So Pete, his best spots is in the middle, the top here, bottom, and pretty much the left of the middle. While Bello, his strengths is in the middle. So this is like a 50-50 chance for either or to have some type of success against each other. But again, Pete, his exit velocity over 100 last few times. He hit a home run in the last game. let's look at his splits. He hits well enough at home. He's struggling at night in the month versus right-handed pitchers and batting fourth. But his key thing to note, his slugging is green in some spots. So if you feel like he can go yard, his home run is a plus 490. So we'll see if he will go yard today. Me personally, I would probably potentially take him for 2 HRR because he's hitting the pitch mix. And again, like I said, per the matchup, he's facing off against a righty. He's still hitting a right-handed pitcher. Again, remember, per how I look at HRR stuff, I'm looking at the WOBA and the ISO. Those two connected together gives you the best value, but the ISO has to be above 200, more so 250 or higher for me to really consider me looking your way. Like how Tavares here, his WOBA's almost 500 and his ISO's 318. So that's why I would take him for 4. You know what I mean? So just giving you all the look. When it's pertaining to the Red Sox, obviously Contreras is green. Yoshida's sort of kind of green. He's like well, you could say mostly green. Mayer is green, right? Out of everybody on the slate here, they're facing off against Brandon Young. Also, too, as far as what they give you from the pitcher's perspective, you got to see if they're getting any strikeouts and how many hits they're allowing and how many earned runs they're allowing. So he hasn't allowed too many earned runs recently. He has allowed some hits though. Well, actually, I apologize. This is from last year. So no head-to-head data, but this is what he was doing last year. Let's look at Bello. Let's see. On tech, he's head-to-head. He strikes out a lot. This is what he did last year. So he was allowing 5 hits against us. So let's hope for the best. Let's genuinely hope for the best. I kind of feel like we'll because that's the other thing. When I'm looking at the data, I feel like for my squad, for the O's, I would potentially take us for like 5 or 6 runs today because I feel like we can do it. It just depends on what's going to happen after the 5th inning. Maybe we score 3 to 4 runs in the first 5. So do with that information what you will. Let's look at the Cleveland Toronto game here. Now, Gavin, he specifically is pitching well, but he's still allowing 23% home run to fly ball percentage, which is good. And then Max, he's the one that is more of the look for if you're considering taking any Cleveland batters, because he is allowing hits to the left-handed batters and on the season just in general, but more so to the left-handed batters. But he technically is struggling more when it's pertaining to the ISO for the right-handed batters. I feel like, because I took, per that slip that I posted at 5 a.m. this morning, I took Daniel here for 2 HRR. He's 2-2 against him. I looked at this stuff earlier this morning. Like I said, 4:30 in the morning, because I was at work early because the draft is here in my city and buses were running funny because I don't drive. So I had to Uber it into work. So I Ubered in early, and I was like, well, let me look at this data so I can look at this stuff early. So this is why I took him for 2, because he's averaging 3 head to head. He's averaging 3 against them. That was like an automatic, like, okay, I need to like cue him up at least, but let me really see what he's doing. He's still hitting right-handed pitchers, and he's hitting the 4-seam. He is hitting the curveball with the batting average, but outside of that, he's not producing like run anything. Sinker, he's succeeding in cutter. 40% barrel the last 5. He's hitting at night and on the road and on the day. Versus righties is the only spot, literally like 1 or 2 points away from green. Like 2, it's got to be higher than 250 for it to be anything. We just need to know where he's batting at. Oh yeah, also too, I forgot to mention this too. So when you're looking, if you're on Prop Finder, one of the things that you want to look at too is what are the batters doing in each inning. This has been helpful for me more recently, but I'm looking at Prop Finder. Look how green he is when it's pertaining to him batting each inning. There's another reason why I took him for 2, but if you feel like you can go 3 and 4 HRR, take him for the 3 or 4 because he could potentially at least, because again, just in general, last 10, anytime he's gotten 2 HRR, he's usually getting 3 for the most part. So it could potentially get this plus 189 here in cash on this. He's only hit 4 twice. So, you know what I mean? Do with this information what you will. And even mostly against him, he's getting 3 HRR. So I feel like he can get the 3. So I might still take him on a straight bet for 3. Ramirez is always a look because he's, you know what I mean, he's supposed to be the star of the squad or whatever. But he's negative against Max. He does have a 2-bagger, a double. He walked once. He has more success against left-handed pitchers, but he's hitting the 4-seam in the curveball. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look at Max. What is Max doing when it's pertaining to hard hits? 18%. So Ramirez is more of is in a much better spot. 40% to the home run fly ball percentage. So you could technically still potentially take Ramirez to go yard today. It's a plus 377 on DraftKings, just off of the base value, right? On what I just showed you. Look at his exit velocity. Mostly of them are in the hundreds. He did recently hit 2 home runs over the course of last week. So the question becomes, can he do it again today? His batting, his slugging is good, at least at night in the month. He just struggles on the day. Super struggles on the day. And versus righties. Slugging is great, batting third. So if y'all feel like he can go yard, I would say take him to go yard. But I'm potentially going to maybe possibly take him for 2 or 3 HRR. It's just that he doesn't get it often. Well, he gets the HRR. It's the home run stuff. What is he doing total base-wise? Not too much. So his HRR is literally potentially the best spot. Potential. Let me relook at Manzardo here. I did kind of glance at him. He struggled in the last 5. He has a single against him. He's just hitting versus lefties, so he's not doing too much of anything. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I can take him. Look how red he is. But again, anything's possible. Even though he's red all across the board where he just sucks, he could still smack a home run, get multiple hits, get multiple HRRs. He can do all of that stuff today, just on some random stuff. Let's look at him on a Friday. That's the other thing that I like about Prop Finder. What does he do on a Friday? Nothing really. When he does get it, he's getting 4. So that's a good sign. But it's just, you need him to be more successful. So he's technically on the season only 1-3 on a Friday. So that's not a good look for him. Okay. I don't really consider anybody else. Maybe Martinez. What's his home run? Plus 590. So when you're looking, here's the other thing. When you're looking at home runs, or you're just looking at just in general, I always say look at the number. It's 10 points away from 600. There's a potential for him to hit a home run based upon the number, based upon what it looks like. Even if you're not looking at home runs and stuff, it's based upon the number. He could potentially do any of this stuff based upon the number. Let's look at his singles. He's not doing too much on the singles. And then let's look at the HRR. He's not doing too much on the HRR. So when I see stuff like plus 230, I'm like, I may consider taking him for 3. When I see stuff like a plus 120, I may consider taking him for 2. He just has to be in the spot when I'm looking at the data. And my gut telling me like, all right, do I take him for 2? Do I take him for 3? Do I consider taking him to go yard? You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I'm not a home run guy. But I'm considering trying to look at the data because, I'm more so like, hey, like the home run hits, but then they get 2 extra hits and they've gotten 7 HRR. That's way more funds that I'm personally missing out on versus just taking the batter for just a home run from my own betting journey. But that's just me. So that's why I say, that's why I'd be like, dog, y'all need to look at these HRR stuff, because y'all could be racking up more, in my humble opinion. I feel like y'all could be racking up more funds in your pocket from the HRR than from just a home run. Yes, sure, batter can go out there and just hit a lonely home run and that's it. Still cash you out and everything. But then they just don't do nothing at all. You keep taking them and they don't do anything. But what are they doing? They're getting multiple hits. They're getting 5 HRRs, 6, 7. Look how much money you missed out on because all you're doing is chasing this and you're not chasing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're missing out on a whole bunch of extra funds in your pocket. But that's why I say continue to do the home run stuff. Always continue to do that, because that's what you, I mean, that's what you're really, that's, to me, that's like your end goal. But your other goals should be stuff like this, maybe strikeouts. There's potential for you to be racking up so much more funds in your pocket if you're looking at everything and you're like, all right, let me take cats for total bases on a 4-leg, 5-leg. Let me take cats for HR on a 4-leg, 5-leg. Let me be strange, and let me take a few batters to strike out and actually go out there and do it. You know what I'm saying? 3 batters for potential, all 3 batters you take per that, and they all get 2 RBIs that night. Cash you. You know what I mean? 2 is a plus 469. Look at that. I might actually take him for 2 tonight, but we'll see. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now he throws the 4-seam well. Okay, so 50-50 spot. He throws the 4-seam well. He hits the 4-seam well. He's having a lot of success against the 4-seam. So, if anything, I'm potentially possibly going to take him on a straight bet for 4 HRR today. Plenty of 100, what you call it. See, bats great on Fridays per the batting average. 333. All right. I think I'm gonna take him for 4 HRR. That's right. I forgot. I already got him. I forgot. I sent that slip in. I forgot. I got Caminero. Who the heck was it? It was 3 of them. Harris, Caminero, and Mickey Moniak. I got them for 4 HRR tonight. But you want to make sure that you still single bet your stuff too. So, oh shoot, I don't know if this person's still, I don't know if, well, I mean, if you're still here, I'll let you on. I won't be chatting or anything with you, but you'll be on there. Fortes. I don't have my headphones on, so if you're talking to me, I can't hear you. Let's see. What are you for 2? Plus 125. He has 2 singles. And that's the other thing per the matchups. Like if the batter has 2 singles, if that's all they're successful, I will literally take you for a single. But all right, well, you hit 2 singles against them, I'll probably take you for a single tonight because that's all you got against them. That's all you're getting against them. Bet. What are you for a double if you were potentially to get a double? Plus 501. What is your home run? Plus 820. Remember, guys, like I keep mentioning, look at the bottom of the batting order, because Fortes can potentially hit a home run. Walls, also too. Let's consider the weak spot here. Let's see. What are we looking at? Cleveland? What you call it? Or am I wrong? So it wasn't this one. Look, Varsho's in the weak spot. Whoa, okay. Alright. Whoa, okay. So okay. Alright. So Varsho, because the OPS, I always mention this. OPS is if it's 1 point whatever, like 1.1, 1.0 whatever, I would consider taking these I would personally consider taking these batters for home runs. So Jimenez has the best spot to hit home run because the OPS is 1.1. That's the worst spot for Gavin to struggle is against the 8th spot. He's a lefty. Does he struggle against lefties? He does not. He's actually pitching really well against lefties. But Jimenez is 2 and 4 against him with one of his hits a double. No home runs, right? He's hitting everything outside of the sweeper. So I actually still like him for even just HRR stuff. He's batting great on Fridays. Does he have a home run on Friday? He does. But he struggles in the 8th spot. See, if he was in the 9th, I would have been like, all right, bet. Probably not take him for the home run, even though. But that's the thing. It's the cheese. They're dangling this right in front of you. If the homie Scotty G was here, he'd be like, they're dangling that shiny thing in front of your face. Plus 300 for 3. Anytime he gets the HR is 3. He only had 1 back-to-back with 2 or higher. I feel like I might still take him for 2. Let me cue him up for 2 because he just might get the 2. Again, he potentially could still smack a home run. Then Varsho, he's in the spot that he hasn't hit a home run since the 14th. His home run is plus 570. He's 0-5 against Gavin though. He has more success against lefties. He's only successful against the 4-seam and the sinker per the batting average. But more success against the 4-seam. What is he doing? No, he has more success on Fridays per his slugging. Struggles in the 6th spot though. But I don't know. This data could be from last year. That's the other thing we gotta consider. Jimenez, his data struggling in the spot could be more so from last year. Yeah, this is last year, so I can't take that fully as face value. I at least like him for 2 HR. Okay, Manzardo. I just looked at Manzardo too. And also too, when you're looking at this stuff, always consider the cats that are on the outside, because Akamoto could potentially still go yard today. He could potentially get multiple HRRs today. Everybody else kind of struggle who are in the weak spot type of thing. So just consider that stuff. I see it a lot. His exit velocity is beautiful. Man. Sheesh. He's batting great in the 7th spot. What is he doing during the okay. His best spot is 5th and 6th per the actual game, and technically 9th. I don't know. Maybe he does get 2 HRR today, randomly. Jose. I literally just looked at him too, so I'm re-looking at him again just in case. What is he doing during the okay, he's really successful in the 1st inning. That's his best spot. 2nd best spot is 7th. So pretty much when he opens up the inning, that's where he shines. So maybe he gets 3 HRR today. It's a plus 150. He might get the 3, dog. Potential. Oh, let me see. And I forgot to look at the. Oh, whoa. Let me see. Okay, that's why. Because it was just whomever he faced off against in the 7th. That one hit was a home run. That's why. Okay. So almost 2. So 1. So yeah, okay. Max hasn't really faced off against too much. That's why, cause keep forgetting it's early in the year. So this is all talking about just for the season. It's not in general. This stuff down here is what the batters have done in those spots, just in general, just base value, all the at bats. This stuff is just for this year. 7 plate attempts, 2 type of thing. So it's up to y'all if y'all want to take either of those cats. Let me see. Didn't Byron go? He did 2 days ago. So he is in a spot for the weak spot. Who's fifth? Clemens. Funny enough, I was looking at Clemens here, I think it was, and I missed it because I didn't take him for the 2 HRR, and I should have that day on the 21st. I'm mad at myself. That was on me. I remember that day. I was like, thinking about taking. I think he was in a weak spot that day. Maybe I don't miss it today. Let me look at Rushman here. He's allowing 3 hits. Okay. So potential spot for the batters to do something because this is what the green is for. It's good for the Twins to succeed against Drew today specifically. Carrington 6-6. I don't like it. Let me look at Byron. He's struggling. Well, again, I gotta remember this is like a little bit of this year, but not all the way this year. Oh, real quick. Sidebar. Listen to this. Cause y'all may have not caught this. I caught it. Where's the Dodgers at? Where they at? Oh, there we go. Way at the bottom. Last game of the night. Dodgers. Where's Max? Max, sir. Look at this. On the 10th of April, the 17th of April, those specific 2 days are Fridays. Max hit multiple home runs in the last 2 Fridays. It is Friday. He did get 2 on Monday, right? But again, we're talking about today. He has a potential to hit. Again, this is if you believe in a trend, but I'm just saying I'm more so focused on the day. He's potential to hit a home run today and potentially 2 today. Now, again, you gotta look at the number. Per the number, it's plus 3,100. I am feeling like I might consider taking that as a straight bet for 2. He's succeeding today. He's batting great at night. He's struggling a little bit at home, having a good month, having a great Friday. That's what I'm saying. The day. 5 home runs on a Friday, 8 runs, 6 RBIs. He bats well enough against righties. You just would need to know where he's batting at. Kind of feel like he would bat where potential would be 5th, maybe, 6th. Potential for him to, if he bats 6th, perfect spot. That's like his favorite spot to bat because that's where he bats the most and has a lot of success. So if I were you, I would throw 5 on this plus 3,100. Listen to what I'm saying. Take him on a straight bet for 1. Take him on a straight bet for 2. Just put that in because I'm probably more than likely going to do that in a little bit. So, yeah, I want y'all to not miss out on that tonight. Because, again, he could potentially do it for a 3rd straight Friday. So, do this information what you will. I think we're technically good. Oh, let me remove that. Oh. 1 second. Yeah. I'll be having to step out in a very brief moment. Because I got to do something for roughly about 2 minutes. Roughly about 2. So just hang tight once I have to dip out. So I don't fully trust Francisco Alvarez. Let me show you why. He's green. Francisco, all right. Well, he was green. Maybe it shifted. Something must have changed or something. But he was like potential for the best look As you see, he's a little green with the woba and stuff like that. So Juan is the best green spot, but I have to wait for him to actually get back into the lineup and actually find his groove and stuff like that. Roughly a few games or something. But I don't know if I trust Alvarez tonight. Like I said, he has some pull percentage, bat speed. I just don't know if he could potentially do something today, even if it's just 2 HRs and minus 110. But it's a even spot for him to do either one. I don't think I'm going to take him. He's just that he's green fastball and the changeup. Let's see. He's hitting up top, a little down bottom, a little to the left. I don't know. I don't think that's what it was. So he's green on the day and versus righties. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would want to take him for 2 HR. I really don't know. His head-to-head matchup is good too. So I don't know if y'all will want to take him or not. But Beatty went yard last night. Sheesh. 7. He might not do anything today. 20% barrel. Yeah, because he had that home run. It was a 4-seam. He's batting with 2 hits. 1-2 bagger. That's why. That's like that. I don't know if he would. I don't think he would do it again. I mean, if y'all want to take Juan, maybe you do take him for 2 HR. He's only got 1 hit against Michael. He's hitting the 4-seam, the curveball, and the slider. Again, this is per the year. 20% barrel. He had back-to-back 100 EVs or higher. Maybe you take him for a single because he had a few singles more recently. I mean, his splits, his batting average is technically right where you want it to be. Dark green. So it's really up to y'all if y'all want to even take him just for 2 to 3 HRR tonight. If y'all want to chance that. I personally just am not gonna look his way until maybe early May, as long as he's in there and doesn't, you know what I mean. Hopefully he's sticking and staying. That's what I'm trying to say. So Mickey Moniak, who else was it? Rumfield, Julian's not on here. They had a field day yesterday. But Mickey's in the spot to do it again tonight. I had Goodman on that slip. He didn't do anything. Potential for him to actually do something tonight. Actually, no, Goodman did do something. I apologize. That's my fault. So he did. No. He didn't do anything for me last night. I put him on that slip. He didn't play last night. I think he was supposed to, but he didn't. So maybe he plays today because he's green, right? He's like green in the month. He's struggling on a day though. Now this is like closer to the season, but he's batting great versus righties. We just don't know where he's batting at. But he's successful in pretty much all of the lineup here where he's at. So that's good. Per the innings, he's succeeding, batting first, second. Oh, he's 3-0 in this batting second. 1 run, 1-2 bagger, 2 RBIs. So maybe he actually does something today because he had a day off yesterday. Plus 450 for a home run. What is his maybe he does smack one out the park today. It's a plus 450 for him to go. I'm considering potentially taking him. Sorry, that's my alarm. I gotta go run and do something real quick. Oh, I apologize. That was Mickey Monty I was looking at. I'm thinking it was Goodman. So Mickey is in the spot. I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Mickey's in the spot to go yard tonight. He had that's the thing. He had two HO. He had two HO. He had 2 home runs last night. So it's just that he's 0-4. That's the only thing. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta go. Like I said, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. Like I said, kind of feel like Mickey could potentially go yard, but at the same time, Goodman could potentially go yard today too. Let me see. Pool air, yep, pool air 36%. See, Goodman's pool air is 54%. Hard hit 54%. So that's what I'm saying. He still could potentially, possibly smack one out the park. But I do like Mickey for another one today. Let me, again, I already have him for 4 HRR, right? I already got him because I got him queued up for 4 tonight. Let me take a chance on your boy tonight. I'm probably going to take him for a straight bet on, what you call it. Atlanta, they are at home against Philly. There's potential for high scoring game, possibly, because Painter struggles against right-handed batters, and you do have Albies who could switch. Acuna, he could potentially do something. He hasn't done anything home run wise since what, the 10th. His HRRs have been sort of kind of fair. Head to head, he's averaging 2 HRR. Now, more recently, it's been much more down. On the season, last 10, he's averaging 2. So if you feel like you can get 2 HRR tonight, possibly potentially take him for the 2. It's just that he only has one single against Andrew here. But again, he's hitting righties. Excuse me. Apologies. Andrew's struggling against righties. The question becomes, can Acuna actually show up tonight? That's the question. Let me see. He is having more success barrel and stuff like that towards the slider, but he's not throwing it. He's not throwing it that much. So he may or may not get at least 2 HRR tonight. He has no barrel the last 5, none the last 10. So it's more so you hoping that he actually does something. He had a 108 exit velocity, got a single. So we're all just waiting for him to finally wake up and actually start smacking like how he was last year when he came back from the injury. If anything, Drake Baldwin still had potential to possibly do something. He's 0-2 against Painter. He's hitting the 4-seam and the slider. He is having more success against the slider. Okay, so that's good. 30% barrel the last 10, 20 the last 5, 33 the last 15. So he's pushing the ball out the field. His data is like beautiful. Look how beautiful it is. He's hitting on the day too. He has 1 home run on the day, and he's smacking on in batting second. So what is his home run for the day? Plus 525. Maybe. I like him for HRR. Look how beautiful that is. 4. So I might just parlay Baldwin and Moniak, but I gotta look around a little bit more. Let's see. I'm sort of kind of like chasing Dominic Smith for HRR, because he was in a spot on the night to actually do like at least get 3, and he didn't get it. But he's had back-to-back games where he's had 2. So plus 110 for him to get 2 tonight. He does hit right-handed pitchers. He's hitting the 4-seam and the slider. He's having success. 100% hard hit versus the slider. Man, honestly, guys, because look at the exit velocity, 198, 107, 102. He's pushing the ball. He's getting some singles. He's mostly getting singles just in the last like week or so. He had 2 singles the last game. So imagine you taking for 2 singles on plus 630, right? And he loves getting singles just in general against Philly. So I really feel like I want to take him for at least maybe just a singles plus 100. Maybe I feel Fargo and take him for 2. Just say screw it. Maybe he gets 2. What is his hits? What is he usually doing with his hits? He's not getting 2 hits often. Averaging 1. 1 plus 299. Again, you gotta look at the number. Potential for him to get 2. He can still potentially do that, because again, he's reading the slider and the so he's green at night. On the day versus righties, he's just 0-1 in the spot. What is this? It's a minus 133. So maybe I do take him for the 2 HRR. I'm going to queue it up and see what happens. Maybe he does get the 2. But I'm liking Drake to go yard. Potentially do that today. Brandon went yard twice last night. Truly upset at myself that I didn't look his way. Missed opportunity because he potentially might not do anything. 1-6 against Grant. He's hitting the 4-seam and the curveball. Now he's been struggling a little bit towards the slider though. Look at Marsh's. See Marsh could potentially do some stuff because his zone is good. He's hitting in the middle and to the right, upper corner right. He just hasn't been too successful more recently. So maybe this home run could be potential for him to actually like wake up and do something. Look how green he is. Just not on the day. Man. And you know what? I forgot to look. I apologize. So Brandon still kind of looks positive. Let me look at was it Dominic? Let me see what he's doing in the innings because he's technically green. He bats great second, third, and fourth. Fourth and technically fifth. So I do like him. I really do like him for 3 HRR. It's literally a plus. From the yards plus 700. I can technically take him for 3 at a plus 201. So we'll see. Dubon's been one of my smaller reads that I've taken here and there. He was like every other game in and around this time, but he had back-to-back days where he didn't do anything. Maybe potential for him to actually go out there and do something tonight. Who knows? He's on a little bit of a slump. He sucks on the day, though. And in a 7th spot. But he bats well 3rd and more so 4th and 5th inning. So, who knows? So, yeah, if anything... let me look at Austin because he's a righty. Because the Painters, he pitches. Well, he allows more to the right-handed batter. So Riley's a righty. His home run is a plus 450 as well, but he bats better against lefties. So this isn't good. Automatically off top already. Not liking the look. So I don't even know if I even want to. He did have a double on the 23rd. He's batting great on the day. And a little bit in the 5th spot. What is he doing per the innings? His best spots are 3rd inning, 5th, and 6th. So the question becomes, can he go back-to-back with 2 HRR or higher tonight? Let me look at Painter. He's not allowing too many hits. He had every other game. I don't know if he would go back-to-back. He's 1-0 against Atlanta on the 19th, allowing 5. So that's a good look already. So maybe. Did he? Give me 1 second. Let me go back to him. Let me see how many runs did he allow? 3. He struck out 4 though. What is his strikeouts? 4. Super juice. So they believe that he's gonna strike out 4 batters. So yeah, do with this information, which will probably potentially, maybe. So what do I have on here? Well, let me remove Caminero, Moniak, and Harris. Even though I like Moniak for a home run. So far I got 6. 2 batters from the same game. Everybody else other spots. So nobody potential nobody gonna knows. Well, apologies. My fault. Never mind. So never mind what I was going to say. Just like ignore what I was going to say. Paul Skeens is facing off against Milwaukee. The question becomes, can any of these batters hit any of his pitches today? He's on the road. Let me see what Paul. He was averaging 6 strikeouts just in general, last 10, last 5. So he's had basically above 4 one time. That was against Cincy on the 1st of this month. So they got him at 7 strikeouts, plus 106. Plus 106 do cash. You got to pay attention to some numbers sometimes. So he could potentially still strike out some cats. I don't think he has any data. Oh, he does have data. All right. Reason why I'm looking at him because he's super green. But I don't know. I don't know if Luis is gonna do something today. He's a righty. He hits righties. So Paul only struggles a little bit against throwing the changeup. A little bit of the splitter getting smacked. Okay, lineup talking about the game, and there's a lineup update for my Pirates here at home. Let me look at the weak spot here real quick. Oops. There we go. So I'm mad at myself because one of those slips that I sent in, I think it was like for the 4 or 5 HRR. I was gonna take Cruz, but I put Low on there instead. And mind you, when I tell y'all, I even posted about it in the WAP, like y'all need to make sure that if y'all telling any of my slips to single bet everything. Low was technically in the spot to do something yesterday. He didn't do anything. I don't even think he got a hit. O'Neal was in a spot to potentially go yard, and I did not take him. He technically did better than Low did. It's just that he didn't get the HRRs that I was hoping for. So that's why I didn't take him, because I was like, oh, he might not get, because technically I was right. He might not get 4 or 5 or 6 HRR tonight. He did not do that, but he did hit a home run. So had I taken him for even just 3, he would have cashed for me. So, and I think that home run hit off like the top of the pole in the stadium, if I remember correctly. So could he potentially go yard again for a 3rd straight game? Yes. Still potential for him to do it. And he's technically in the potential better spot today. What is he doing? He's batting well. He's batting well 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th inning. So there's that. But then Brandon Lowe, he's 0-3. He's still green, right? He's technically still green. He just hasn't found his groove to he's fallen off. He was red hot like a week and a half ago. He's fallen off. Got to get back on that hot streak. Basketball on Fridays versus righties, technically as in the 2nd spot. He bats well 2nd, 3rd, 6th inning. You could technically say 5th, but it's just the batting average is like knocking on the door to be green. And 8th. So maybe potential for, maybe I take Brandon and Cruz for, but again, that's the other thing to face off against Woodruff. I forgot about that. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Woodruff doesn't allow too many of anything. But my Pirates are green here. We're not striking out that much. Let me see. Let me see something. So no data on Fridays. His worst day is on Mondays. Great. So we gotta wait. Well, he probably won't. He might not pitch on Monday if they play. So original thought was I just take Cruz and Low for 3 HRR on a single bet, maybe 4. Oops, let me do that. I didn't mean to do that. Fifth. Who's fifth? It's you. So if anything, Luis could potentially still smack one out the park. It's plus 820. All solely based on the fact that Skeen struggles throwing at the 5th spot in the order. Potentially still read one of his pitches and send it out the park. Woodruff struggles against the 7th batter, which is Horwitz, who has 2 home runs in the last 10. More recent on the 19th. His home run is a plus 2, a 10-20. I just don't know if he would actually go out here and do it today. He bats great at night and on Fridays. And versus right versus okay. His best at bats as far as the innings are 5th and 6th. So we'll see. I had to really just like dive into the game here because I wanted to see if I could find anything. We look at O'Hearn here. I just don't know if I really don't know. This technically could be a low scoring game tonight because both pitchers are really great. So if anything, what is it? It's 7. That's the other reason why. It might not. There might not be anything happening in this Pirates Milwaukee game. So now this game could hit the over. It's 8.5 because Kikuchi, he specifically, even though he's like striking out stuff, he's still allowing some hits. So he struggles against lefty batters a bit more than righties. He could potentially allow like Bobby Witt to go yard. Yeah, Bobby's in the spot. Who's 8th? Diaz. Is it Diaz? Let me tell you something. Why don't you tell me something about it? Diaz. What do you think we should do about it? Sorry. I was misquoting it. Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence. That's my movie. Anytime I see Diaz, I be like, Diaz? Because that's what he said in the scene. What do you think we should do about it? Diaz. I don't know if Diaz will go yard. Oh, yeah. Remember, 2 days ago, I had, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That was a slip yesterday. Maybe it was the day before. Literally was going to take Jensen, but the other batter looked better. And the other batter did not play. I swapped him out with somebody else instead of putting Jensen on the slip. He handled business from 2 days ago. Literally, he was green. And I was like, oh, well, the other batter looks better. Let me take him. And then turns out he doesn't play because I swapped him out with somebody else instead of, again, going with Jensen, going with my original read. So today, do I take Jensen today? That's the question. May have missed it too. He might not do anything tonight. He struggles against the slot. Yeah, he might not do it. I probably missed it. Yeah, but again, Kikuchi does allow. It's just that I'm just upset at myself that I didn't take him 2 days ago. Who knows? Jensen might actually get a couple singles or something like that. What is this singles? It's plus 134 for him to get. He had four straight. Here, I'm gonna queue it up. I'm probably gonna take that as a single bet. I actually like him for a single. I'm chasing Adele a little bit. I didn't take him today. At least from what I talked about in the video this morning. I might take him on a straight bet. Might. I think the only thing that I didn't like for his data, what was it? Because he hits lefties great on the year. And he's hitting the four seam in the cutter. because I originally I thought he was gonna go yard 2 days ago and he didn't. He went um actually no, hold on, he did play more recent. Oh, apologies, I was saying that he did not. He hasn't gone since the 16th. So could he wake up today? He doesn't bat well on Fridays. But he's batting great in the third spot and versus lefty. And he's in the weak spot today. So do I take him tonight? That's the question. Cameron. Three straight 6 or more hits. Do I take this guy today? I don't know. Chanel, maybe I take Chanel instead. Plus 1,300 though. That's why, because he doesn't bat well. One thing he's hitting is the four seam. Literally the only thing that he's successful at. He's batting well in the batting order. Let me. What is your home run? Plus 490. That's the thing. I think it was on the 22nd. He had. I think Odell hit like 2. I could have sworn he hit 2. Like he hit 2 long balls, but they just didn't go out the park. They went up in the air, high, or whatever. Could have sworn he did that in that last game. Look at his. See, he had 230 here, 208, and then 3. Yeah, it was the first at bat. No, second at bat. Apologies. It was 316. Prior to that, I mean, after that, it was in the 200s. So it was just like, it was looking like he would have potentially finally got that home run, but he didn't. So maybe he does it today. I'm probably gonna take that as a straight bet. I'm trying to see if I can do this home run thing. Trying. I just don't, honestly, guys. I really don't trust it that much. Just because it's the biggest guess out of anything. Like literally out of everything else, it's the biggest guess that you're trying to figure out who is gonna actually go yard. Can you pair the correct batters in those spots to actually get the job done? That's why I'd be like, well, I'm gonna just use this information for the HRR stuff. Miguel Vargas, 3 straight home runs, 3 and 2 in the last 5. He's hitting lefties. This PJ. Hold on. Hold on, dog. He might not be pitching that much. All right. I see it now. I see what they're doing. So PJ. It seems to me like he's not pitching that much. Like he's probably only out there to potentially stop the White Sox from doing anything because he's a left-handed pitcher versus lefties. So let me look at this here. Vargas is the best look. Montgomery. He doesn't have any hard hit. Vargas has the top hard hit. And he's hitting lefty. So I don't know if he's actually going to be, like, I don't know if PJ's going to be playing, like, on the mound for 5 innings. He might only be out there for 1 or 2. And then he dips out. They bring in, like, a righty or something like that. And it messes everything up for the White Sox moving forward. And they don't even get 4 runs tonight. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to PJ's So I need to, let me see. Okay. I don't know. I don't trust it. I really don't trust it. I wanna honestly, I really want to take some. I want to take like Vargas or something like that, but I don't really know. Okay, Hudson. So you only allowed. You're not allowed. You're. He's green, but it's. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know, guys. I'm not trusting this because they're not. They're not. Both pitchers. It just doesn't seem like they're like out there for more than 2 innings. So I think I'm gonna stay away from this game. I honestly don't trust it. Potential for the game to really like do something. Potential for it to go over the what you call it. So, like this game could go over. A lot of green for both teams, for both batters. The over under is 8.5. Severino, he allows stuff to the right-hander, right to the righties. So Josh June, I looked at him last night. I didn't take him. He finished with 2 HRR. Because I was thinking about taking him for like 3 or 4, and I'm glad I didn't. It was last night when I was going to sleep. I was trying to put together my last couple of slips here. So, because look how green he is. That's what I'm saying. I really felt like he was gonna do something last night, and he didn't. And he's only successful in the 2nd and 6th and 7th, and pretty much the later innings. Maybe I don't look his way. I don't know, because like the only thing that he's struggling against is the sinker. It's just that he throws it 33% of the time. If you feel like Josh can get 3 HRR, take him. It's a plus 195. I would say take him. I probably won't. Evan went yard last night. I forgot all about this dude. Because literally, I should have taken Seager and Evan for 5 HRR last night on a slip that I posted, but I went in a different direction. But I didn't even look their way, so that's why I'm upset. Missed out on that data. Now could he do something? Excuse me. I'm getting sleepy because I've been up since 3 a.m. He only hits great at the beginning of the game. Okay. Last 5, 80%. Could he potentially get an RBI today? It's a plus 230. Like, he's not succeeding at total bases. So maybe his look is RBI. I mean, you could technically probably potentially get it. I don't like the strikeouts. But RBI might be the look for him to get that 1 RBI. Because he's hitting a sweeper, hitting a sinker. He's technically like sort of kind of succeeding against the cutter because of the WOBA. So I'm kind of curious if I want to take him for this RBI or not. I'll queue it up because I'll make a decision if I want to take the RBI or not. There's literally a plus 230. Brandon, he's been just getting 2, and they keep giving him 3. It's the one thing I notice about him, and he's not getting anything. Maybe he does today because he's positive against Luis. 2 baggers, 1 home run, struck out 4 times. He's hitting lefties better than righties. 27% barrel. Okay. Potential. I don't know if he would go yard though. I don't really see him really punching off the park. But his HR, maybe 2. I don't know if he would actually get 3 today. Who knows? Okay. All right. And then A's. Didn't Nick Kurtz go yard last game? He did. He had how many HR? 5. He doesn't do well against righties, excuse me. Man, 40% barrel. Struggle on the day, though. He bats well in the 3rd inning, 6th and 7th and 9th. I love the exit velocity, but I don't know if he would actually. You're literally relying on him to read the 4-seam and smacking it out the park. That's the only one that he's really having success against, outside of the cutter. Maybe you do take it for 2 HR, maybe 3. Maybe you actually do it. Maybe potential. Cortez, I had him down, I think, for 3 HR. He got the job done for me on the 22nd. But he bats better against lefties. 20%. And that's the reason why I took him, because his exit velocity has been up. Batting well in 3rd spot. Inning wise, he succeeds in the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Maybe he does. Maybe. Okay, he doesn't like to split it up because he's throwing it 38% of the time. I might take him for 2 because it's a plus value there. Shea, now you're positive against the boy. 2 baggers. What is it for a double? Plus 386. Different kind of number. So you're hitting the splitter, but you've only seen it 14 times. Oh, just beautiful, just green. Green, son. That's what you want, green. Okay, he struggles in the first 2 innings, and after that he picks it up. They got him at 2 HRR, minus 110. Slight lean to the under, though. Fascinating. Do I want to take the chance on him getting 3 HRR to plus 166? Do I want to take that chance? Let me jot him down for 2, dog. Oh, did Wilson do anything last night? Could have sworn okay. Because I considered him last night. I do have him on that. Don't I have him on that slip today? It was the 6-legger for 2 HRR. I'm double checking. Because I could have sworn. I do. I got him on that slip for 2 HRR tonight. Because I just hear he's been handling business. So, all right, let me get that back. Jack. Again, he's a righty. I'm taking a chance on him on a righty versus a lefty spot because he's hitting right-handed pitchers. He is hitting the splitter, hitting the cutter, and the sinker. Technically a 4-seam too, just 50-50 against that. He is batting great on the day, batting average wise, versus righties and the 5th. And he's green in the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th inning. So I'm relying on him to actually go out there and get much more. I'm actually hoping he gets 3 or 4 tonight, HR wise. But again, you want his teammates to really like get on base too. You know what I mean? Set some stuff up for him. I don't know if Tyler's gonna. He struggles against that splitter, son. Just versus righties. That's it. He does hit in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, though. You're really waiting for him to get to the later spot in the game. What's the RBI? Plus 198. Maybe he does get another RBI tonight. It's plus 198. Keep telling y'all, pay attention to the numbers. Max. Do I take the Muncie bros, the brothers, tonight on a slip? Remember, I put that Brandon Lau, Josh Lowe slip. They're not brothers. They're not related. I put them on the slip for 3 HRR, and they both got it. Didn't see Josh going yard that day, but he did. So I think he finished with like 6 or 7 HRR. Maybe Max gets 2, and then his brother, maybe, because again, remember, like I mentioned, pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. Max Muncy, his brother, hit 2 home runs on the 17th. That was a Friday. And on the 10th. But he had 3, but still, it was multiple home runs on the 10th of April. So today's a Friday. Can he do it 3 straight days? So maybe I take him for 2 HR, or maybe bump him up to 3. Take Mac. I'm doing it right now. I'm not even gonna even like, because this is a random idea. It's not something I was thinking about prior to. Just a random idea. Like maybe I'm doing this right now. Literally out of everything that I talk about, this is the first bet that I'm placing for the stream. Okay. So we're going, what did I say? Where you at, dude? Where you at? So Max for the Athletics. How much is it for him to, what if they both were to hit a home run? It's plus 775. Is he at all in the weak spot? At all? He is not. He's on the outside. So, again, I'm just still sheesh, I got a lot of give me 1 second. I got a lot of notifications here on my phone because I'm really not on my phone like at all. So if I take this Max for 2, because this game starts first. So if I rely on him to get 2, it's a plus 135. Because he doesn't do much, right? But say if I could get just 2 singles out of him. Let's see. Plus 270. That'll be the only thing I'm missing out on this plus 790. But let me take this Max for 2 HRR. Going to the game now. It's on BetMGM because that's the best value for this Max for the Athletics. All right, plus 130. So it dipped down a little bit. It was a 135, I guess, hours ago or whatever. And then I'm taking the other Max again, but this one I'm taking him for 3. I could technically take him for 2. It's a plus 100. That's the simpler bet. But because he's the better hitter, I'd rather take him for 3. Actually, you know what? They won't. I don't think they'll even let me take them for 3. Give me a second. No, there we go. I got it. Taking the other max. Plus 180 for 3. So plus 554. And I just throw a quick something on it, to bump it up. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm sending this to the Discord on the WAP now, so that way. Oops. Give me a second. Let's see, Muncie's HRs. Or maybe the Muncie brothers. HRs. There we go. We'll do it like that. That way. Alright, send this to the Discord now. Whoops, didn't do that. Alright, it was. Where the heck is the Nani? There we go. Okay. Sending this to the WAP. Now I'll put it in the free section. It's literally not anything major. It's just, hoping for the best. There we go. Muncie Brothers. It has been posted. Alright. But I still like his brother for potential. And actually, let me, I'm talking about it. I keep mentioning it. It's like the 3rd time. I mentioned it today. That Maxie potentially could go yard. So plus 320 for a home run. So maybe I don't know. Can Moniak, Baldwin, Adele, and Max Muncie for the Dodgers hit a home run? I guess more so based on the number, you would say parlay Moniak and Muncie together because they're the lower numbers. But I could technically take all 4 on a bet for 3 HRR. Can maybe do that. Maybe I'll do that. So I'm trying to find some type of anything for a hopeful something, right? So let me see on DraftKings. Let me see if I parlay. Let's see. And you guys gotta understand too, like, as pertaining to HRRs, the easier one, of course, is to take 1, but technically the second easiest is for you to take 2 HRR. If you take 2, you know what I mean, and the batter gets it in that first or second at bat, you're good. It's could they potentially get 3 with the better value, right? Could Cortez go out here because he had 3 on the 22nd? Could he potentially get 3 at a plus 230? Because it does happen. Plus 230s do cash, but they got to be in the right spot for something like that to actually work out. So the question becomes, because I keep going back to Adele, he hasn't done anything home run wise. Possible potential spot for him to actually go out there and smack a home run today after so long, but he could still potentially still get at least 3 HRR. Why? Because as you're seeing, when he gets the HRR, he's usually getting 3. And against them, he's averaging 3. So he still has at least potential to get the 3. His 3 is a plus 159. So that's why I said, this is one reason why I like taking batters for HRR, but more so past the 2, especially for the more of the return. But you know what I mean, 3-leg, 4-leg parlay, maybe round robin, and then boom, it still cashes. You know, they still have to go out there and do the job. So what I'll do with what I'm talking about here, I'll take Mickey Moniak, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is, maybe more than likely, out of everybody that I looked at as far as a home run is concerned, more than likely take Mickey, Max, and probably more than likely maybe Baldwin for a home run. And that will probably be like my 3-leg, and then just parlay out of everybody, all the batters that I looked at as far as home runs, Moniak and Muncy are the best 2-leg parlay that I can put together for a two-leg home run. But again, like I keep saying, I'm not a home run person. I did succeed with putting home runs down as I'm putting this slip together here. I did succeed my first 4 days when using Prop Finder for the first time that first week. The first 4 days that I did home runs, I went 3-1. After that, I sucked. So, Rissy, what's going on over on YouTube? How are you? You think Severino's gonna get some strikeouts? Think you're gonna shut him down? Okay. I'm gonna hope for the best. I mean, if he does, I would say, you know what I mean, take him. Because you just never know. He more recently has been striking out a lot of batters. He still has allowed at least 4 straight teams to get at least 4 hits against him, though. So he's still potentially in a spot for any of these batters. Because Seager went last night, he could potentially still go tonight. You know, you just never know what, you know, the Rangers are going to do. So again, this game still could potentially hit 8 runs, maybe higher. Who knows? I am doing all right. Just, as always, I'm glad to see another day. Glad to be off. All right. If anything, look at this. I'm gonna screenshot it. But look at the list. Take what you will. If anything, if I were y'all, I would literally take pretty much everybody for HRR. Park factors. Ritzy on YouTube says White Sox were hot in Sacramento's park factor is crazy. His one solid game was his away game. Yeah, we'll definitely see. All right, let me stop rambling. See, look, even on, that's the thing. Like, the books believe that Moniak may not do anything today because he dominated yesterday. And as you see here, he doesn't get HRRs often. Like, if you're really looking at the data, like, he just recently decided to do something in 3 of the last 5 days. But prior to that, he had like an in-between spot, little drop that he was down. So he kind of picked it up more recently. The question becomes, can he do it tonight? They personally believe on DraftKings that he may not potentially get the 2 HRs because it's a plus 104. But I'm gonna take him for I apologize. I meant to say I'm gonna take him for the 3 for the push, right? Take him for the push for the 3. And then I'm going to take, who was it? What I say? Drake for Atlanta. I'll take him for 3. His 3 is a plus 120. And the other one was, I'm thinking, who am I thinking? Like Jimenez might actually get more than he actually might get 3 HRR tonight. He might, because he's technically in the spot to do it. So, do I consider Rushman for say 3 HRR tonight because he's in a spot to actually do it? He's batting really well, just in general, just on the base. That's the question. His 3 HR is a plus 195. So that's on that's on but in GM. So on DraftKings, Rushman's HRR is a plus 177. I feel like he could potentially do that. Let me relook at your boy here. Do I want to take this cat tonight? Do we want to attempt to try? Maybe I just don't take him tonight. Because that's the thing. He bats well in first, second, you know what I mean? 4th inning, 6th inning. When he actually shows up, he shows up. Usually getting 3 HR. It's just that he's not consistent with it. That's the only thing. But you're getting that. So I didn't even forgot about him. Let me 1 second. I saw his name too and I forgot all about Ward, Taylor Ward. He's in the spot. Let me see. Yeah, he's in the spot to potentially do something. He's still hitting righties. Now he's not consistent with his HRR though. He's hitting the sinker though and the cutter, so that's good. What is his best? Looks like the curveball. Field out. Okay. All right. But he bats great in the beginning of it. Literally, that's his best spot, the first inning. 4 doubles, 1 run. Actually his best spot is second. Well, that's only because he had the double in the RBI. That's why it's so high. Oh, well, no. His best spot is 7th. 6 for 9. 3 runs, two baggers, and 1 RBI. That's his best spot. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you take Taylor Ward on a straight bet for 3. Because that's the thing, for him to get 3 HR, it's a plus 157. But he's only 1 hit, 1 single against Bellows. So, but I still feel like Rushman could be the spot, honestly. Let me see. Just looking again. Yeah, let me go ahead and look at my joint again. Mickey Moniak, Baldwin, Rushman. I just go with these 3. just might. Cause that's the thing, guys. You don't want to get too greedy. You put guys down on the slip, and then they don't do anything. Like you have the 3-leg. Like, all right, you good. And you be like, oh, I see one more. Let me put one more. But they don't do what you want them to do. So, just throwing it out there. Don't want to get too greedy. It's a plus 200. I don't know if it's still a plus 200 for him to get 3 HRR. Well, I can't. Let me see. Because that's right. I forgot. I already got Baldwin on there. Yeah, it's a plus 197 for Smith to get 3. So I already got Baldwin on. I forgot about that. So I think, honestly, I'm gonna just go with these 3 and hope for the best. I can't add that booster because I already add the Rushman. And okay. All right, I'll put Max on here too, because he might go out here and get. No. Let me tell you, I took Max off. I'll oh, don't I got Wilson or no? I thought I was considering Wilson. I thought I queued him up. Just double check. Literally, I thought I queued Wilson up. I did not queue him up. Because he's usually producing something. But he's usually seeing he's seeing the sinker the most. What is he doing against the sinker? Only a single. So just singles. This is on the off chance that he sees the sinker, because he's only seen the splitter 6 times. That's why. Alright, so I'm not going to take Wilson, because there's a chance that he might not do what he's been normally doing. And I don't know about your boy. So can't take you. Already got the same. I just don't want to take the same batter. So I'll just do these 3. Just wasn't too sure. Again, all those batters could potentially still. All the batters I just talked about went over. They could still potentially go out there and do some things. But I might still take Evan for this RBI. And yeah. And then take Stu. For the home run slip, we'll probably more likely do Moniak and Baldwin. See how much this is just for the 2-man. Maybe they'll get the job done. So I gotta do Baldwin first. He's the first one up. Baldwin plus 525. And actually no, I apologize. It doesn't even matter. Moniak plus 450. It's a plus. Oh, look at that. Okay. No, I'm not doing that. I do not want to. We'll just suck this up. All right. All right. So I got my. Really, honestly, I really have my 2 favorites. And oh, look how that jumped up. I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna throw 5 on this because it jumped up. It was literally plus 3, 3,100. Literally, it was a plus 3,100. Where is it's way down there. Again, you never know. Max just might go back to back. All right, it's a plus 3,300. You know what? I got a 5er, quick 5er. I threw 5 on. I threw this bonus bet, $5 on it. So I got max for two. I got max for 2 home runs. We'll just do it like that. Once again, solely based on him hitting a home run here on the 10th. 2 home runs here on the 10th. But he had 3 here. That was a Friday. And then him here last Friday on the 17th, he had 2 home runs. Again, he had 2 again, just 72 hours later, or over 72 hours later, maybe 80-ish, on Monday, this past Monday. So he's kind of red hot, a little bit more so on the day. So the hope is that he'll do it again tonight. But I literally got a bit of a better value with him getting 3. And I'll just share that info in the Discord and once I share this. I'm just going to share it and we'll see. We'll hope for the best. But let me first. Whoops. I did the wrong thing. Let me first share what you call it, HRR stuff. I actually have Moniac on multiple slips today, so. Rushman. Three HRRs. And then Moniac, Baldwin, home runs, and then Muncy. Whoops. I'll just say LA Muncy. Deuce homers. Third straight Friday. Sorry, I was quiet. I was getting the wording for the post. There we go. All right. What is that? Okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And I put 5. Okay. All right. I believe we are good to go. Let's just hope for the best today. Oh shoot, I don't know why. Please forgive me. I don't know why I didn't post it. There we go. All right, it's in the Discord. WAP, here we go. Whoops. That went through. First one went through on the WAP. but it's in the paid section. That one went through. That one went through. And the Monty slip is there. It's in there. All right. All right. Again, there y'all go. This is the list for the night. If I see anything else, I will post it. Hopefully, because I haven't done it in a while. Hopefully, potential for me to look at some total base slips and add a thought for. I don't know if it will work tonight. Just based on the pitching matchup for tonight, but maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday, depending on the pitching matchups. Maybe look for like a 4-leg parlay for each batter to get 2 hits. We can do something like that this weekend, and it works out and it cashes. That would be great. So, but we'll see. Hoping for the best for the weekend. But all in all, just in general, that everybody has a very safe and humbling weekend. If y'all are here in my city for the NFL draft, hope you all are enjoying. If any of you have traveled here to Pittsburgh, hope you're all enjoying the sights and stuff and everything like that. I would say for the most part, Pittsburgh can be a kind city to be in. It just depends on, as always, where you are traveling to and fro. Again, just depends, because human beings are still, like my homie Quark would say on Star Trek, an interesting construct. But needless to say, I'm about to be out. You all stay safe, stay humble, take care of yourselves, your family, friends, and loved ones. Let's hope for the best for these slips tonight. Let's just in general, just enjoy the sport that we're watching, and for the NBA playoffs as well. Just double check and make sure that I'm on the right track here. Yeah, my Thunder are off tonight. Kind of feel like, just being honest, kind of feel like Boston might win tonight. Maybe Blazers pull the win out. First day without Wemby, because he got the concussion. That might truly affect him in Boston. In Portland wins, and then kind of really honestly, I think they said that. I think they did announce, and I'm just double checking here. Yeah, Kevin Durant is officially out tonight, so kind of feel like Lakers are gonna go up 3-0 tonight, but we'll see. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just like disappointed in Houston and the Rockets. I really am, and what they have not done since the beginning of the year, where they started off red hot and then everything just kind of just like everything for that squad just like went downhill. And I honestly, I really believe it started once, Fred VanVleet went down. He got injured, and that was really the starting point of their ultimate struggle throughout the rest of the year, because they really need him on the court. They really need that point guard on the court. Sure, Reece Shepherd's been handling business here and there, but he's been kind of mucking it up more recently. So it's just that's what I'm saying. Really disappointed in that Houston Rockets team, because I kind of felt like they were gonna do, be literally one of those top squads. But again, at the same time, it's the first season with Kevin Durant too. That's the other thing. So we can't really be too. I don't know. I feel like we can't really be too hard on the squad in general. But enough of my rambling. I'm out. I'll let y'all hopefully tomorrow, because I'm off this weekend. I might actually do an NBA stream tomorrow. There's 4 games tomorrow, but then there's still MLB tomorrow. I gotta really look, because that's the thing. NBA has not been profitable for me as far as the playoffs are concerned. It's like I'm a little under on my losses versus my wins when it's pertaining to the playoffs. Like, I've had a couple of wins here and there, but I keep missing getting hooked and stuff like that. So, because it's the playoffs, only a set amount of players are only going to do something. But when it's pertaining to MLB, I can still find plenty of stuff to really work with. So, because there's multiple games on the slate, plenty of stuff to really find. You just gotta hope that you read and the information that you're looking at is gonna go in the right direction for you. But enough of my rambling. I'm out. I'll holler at you later. Stay safe, stay humble, and let's enjoy